Well, Mike Mallett from DIRTtrackDigest.com here with Matt Williamson. And Matt, 2 out of the 5. You can't really be upset with it. I know you wanted more, but not a bad week here. And again, you talked earlier in the week after last year and how things went down here. So, I mean, I bet you if we had asked at the beginning of the year, the beginning of the week, you would have taken this week.
Absolutely. You know, pretty stellar week all in all. We had one hiccup throughout the week, and it really pays off, you know, getting the Gators here. Now we don't have to cut the 1 1/2 and figure out who's going to get what. So works out good. Look at this guy's making all the noise, eh? Yeah. No, it's pretty stellar. I mean, I got hats off to the crew. I'm giving them a hard time, but they did an awesome job this week, turned it around middle of the week when we had a little bit of a struggle, and here we are.
What's it mean to finally get a couple of Gators? I mean, hey, you had none, now you got 2.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, the coolest part is going into March with 2 wins on the year is a little bit of a head start, and we'll see if we can rack up a few more throughout the year.
What happened? You know, the night you guys just struggled there. You had the technical issue, obviously, and that pretty much killed the momentum of the week for you.
A little bit. You know, we had a bolt break. I mean, something that, you know, we replaced all the bolts, and, you know, it's one of them things, you know. We got great product manufacturers on these race cars, and great motors and great chassis that last year we didn't have one hiccup. So sometimes that's luck. It's probably the best to happen down here. Might have taken us out of contention with Larry there in the end, but he had a great week, and hats off to them guys. They deserve the big Gator.
Let's take us through the race tonight, you know, getting the big win here and starting on the outside of the front row. And I think you were leaving no doubt you were going to make sure you were going to beat Jimmy Phelps there into turn 1.
Yeah, when you got a good car, you can drive it in a little deeper, and that's where I felt I made my time in lap traffic is I could get in better than them guys, and you know, just kind of roll, and we didn't need to muscle the car through the bumps. We didn't need to go up and bang the cushion, and really we made all the right calls this week.
Yeah. Talk about those calls. I mean, what changes did you make as the week came on? Because, I mean, really, you had pretty much the same track. It's pretty fast all week long, except for last night. Obviously, a little changed it up a little bit, but I think by the end of the night, you were still on the same track. I
mean, we just, you know, time trials. That's your main deal. If you don't make the redraw, it puts you behind. We made the redraw once, started on the pole, and won the first night from the pole, and then went to the redraw again and drew 8. I mean, that's tough to recover from 8. Everybody's so good nowadays that it's really tough to pass cars. So my girlfriend texted me before the redraw started and told me what one to draw, and fortunately we got the outside pole, which I'll take that any day of the week, and we put us in a good spot to take the lead and take reins of the race.
You mentioned it a little bit earlier in this interview. You talked about the momentum that you get down here. Is it just momentum? Is there anything you can learn down here for when you go home? You know, a lot of guys always talk about Volusia like, this ain't New York. This is Florida. You know, is that the case, or is there more that you guys were able to learn this week that you can take back home when we get going up north?
It's tricky because, you know, this Volusia this year was more like a weed sport slippery. So it still had bite in it, and you still had to be fast early on, but it's its own animal. You know, obviously we're thousands of miles from home, and there's clay's a lot different, and the racing's a lot different, but it does give us some momentum. It gets the guys back into the swing of things, and you know, it gives us we raced 8 times in Florida. It gives us a big advantage over everybody that stayed home.
All right, Matty, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There he is, Matt Williamson, winner tonight here at the DIRTcar Nationals. $5,000 finale. If you want to win one, that's the one.